Maybe I'm back. I don't know. You know, I think so. Okay. So it's my OBS. It is having it's disconnecting for whatever reason. I'm not losing internet. Internet is not lost on the computer itself. It's just for whatever reason OBS is dropping. Um, but anyway, but yeah, I have uh, back when I was diagnosed, there were two types of insulin. There was NPH and there was R. NPH is the long lasting, well, mid long lasting. It it had a longer last than R. Um, about 2 years after I was diagnosed, Humalogs hit the market. Those are your fast, your Humalog, your Novolog, your Lispro. Yes. Um, your fast actors. Um, Diabetes wasn't even considered a disability in 2000 until 2001. Um, so I got to enter the adult world disabled. 1 in 10 type 1 diabetics will develop a thyroid problem. Um, 1 in 25 will develop celiac disorder. I am all kinds of special, guys. But I mean, I've I've learned ridiculous amounts of stuff about nutrition and body and all the nitty gritty down and dirty details. And I still tell people, you only get one life. I'm not saying like totally destroy your body, but if eating that piece of cake, and this is I use the cake because so many of the adults, the residents where I work are just, oh, I really shouldn't have had that piece of cake, and eat the fucking cake, eat it. Yes, is it a poor choice in the short term? Absolutely poor choice in the short term, but uh, well, I'm glad that she's napping. She needs to nap. She needs to get some sleep at some point in time, even if it's get her little on the bus and take a nap. Like I, I support her saying fuck you. It's nap time. I've actually been telling her that she needs to tell more people fuck you. It's nap time. Um, but again, do what you need to do for you. I am a bad practicer of this, um, but I am getting better at it. And with this, I realized as I was trying to like chat with you guys with the stream dropping, with upgrading all of my programs and whatnot, it logged me out of all of my ability to like just chat in my own Twitch chat, which is kind of dumb. But one of the things I'll be doing after I log off is signing into all of my stuff so I can interact. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Well, I will. I'll be sending the good juju because that's all I got. I just. This world is crazy. It's crazy. I'm almost at the end of my string, so I'm gonna close up this little diagonal here. And then I'm gonna go up here and try to go down. Look at, I got all this done. So you see the little star, little swirly swirls, and I've gotten all around here done. It's really coming, I'm so pleased that it's coming together. I'm less pleased that my computer's been an absolute twat waffle today. Oh. So I watch the Today Show in the morning because it's just enough news and it's just enough silly to keep me mildly sane. I try to catch a half hour of my local news. Because I grew up with the casters for my local news. So I try to catch a half hour of that. Sometimes I catch more, sometimes I don't catch any. But I was watching the Today Show this morning, and this is like reason 3,508 I'm going to hell. They're talking about Pope Francis's autobiography. And the person talking about it was going, oh, it's a good read, it's an easy read. And the first thought that popped into my brain was, well, it has to be an easy read. Look at the audience, and this is the reason I'm going to hell. Or at least their version of hell. I'm probably going to have fun. Because I have done stupid amounts of good in my life. Has it always been good? No, but I've done just more than enough good than the average person. But that was the first thought that came into my brain when I heard it's an easy read. And yeah. They use small words. And I love talking about the deep aspects of religion. I love speaking of the theology and the beliefs, but a lot of people don't like talking about the similarities that they all share. They're all focused on how no, that's not how it is. When yes, it is a lot of modern day religions are monotheistic. Let's see. Well, I'm trying to think of the negative reinforcement based reward system. And that's I'm game for polytheistic, and I am just a good person because I'm a good person, not because someone's watching me. I'll be a good person without any sort of sight, scene. I don't even need credit for it. Most of the time I don't want credit for it, because then it becomes an expectation. I do good things because I want to. It stops being fun when people expect it of me. I like bringing smiles. I like seeing the surprised joy in someone's eyes when they see something that has been done for them. But when it starts becoming an expectation, it loses its joy. And I know I won't lose or gain followers for this, because most of the people who hang out with me already knew this coming into the game. But I have friends who are very, very, very religious, but at the same time, they respect their faith, and they are genuinely good people. I also have people who hide behind their faith, and it's like, nope, you can't do that, and they don't like that they don't like that call out. So it's I love faith. I love people reveling in the beauty that is their faith, but don't hide behind it. And that, folks, is the Tism showing. Thank you for that Chihuahua moment. Thank you for listening to the Chihuahua. Yeah, and now that I'm in this big speckle here, I'm just taking short rows and going down. Oh, Pixie has comments in the hallway. They're mostly unfavorable comments. I'm gonna stop around 5 of today. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I've thought about doing long format videos about these kinds of things and how I see them, but it would be more of like just an emotional, opinionated, not necessarily opinionated, but of my opinion. I guess that is opinionated, I don't know. But just long format videos, like speaking my worldview, my thoughts, my how I see things, just to kind of get it off my chest. But the stream is also very good for that. And it's super extra long form, and I get to cross stitch. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. I I get dopamine from the good things that I do, but that doesn't mean that everybody needs to know that I did those good deeds. I get the dopamine either way, as long as like either I can hear the result of what happened, or I can actually see the person discovering what I did. Um, the dopamine, I get that dopamine one way or the other, and that's what I look for. It's that reward based system, and I've turned that reward based system into reckless good. Um, Sometimes it bites me in the ass, but it's right up there with food based reward. I will help you. I will help you move a couch. I will help you move a couch for food. Yeah, it's that's what it is. It's not for anything other than that person needed help. And stopping and thinking about it and trying to explain it is a lot harder than you would think. Um, it's and I know that some people are stubborn, so that's the beauty of the anonymous bit is I have resources. I can learn things. and some and sometimes the thrill of the hunt is also fun. Is like, okay, this person needs the thing. How can I help them? That's also fun. And I try to use my powers for good. It'd be very easy to use them for evil, but I intentionally use them for good. But it's also recognizing that no one is good or bad. They're giant shades of gray. Some people are a lighter gray, some people are a darker gray. But just because and unfortunately, just because someone does a bad thing does not mean that they are not capable of good. Um, I frequently cheer the anti-heroes, or like for me, it's like I have in the front of my mind as I'm talking about this is my favorite villain is Maleficent. Um, And while in the original Disney movie, she was the villain, hands down, she was a villain. But in the movie, they did a much better job of portraying her as what she was. Oh yeah. So, so my answer to that is don't stop being kind. Um your kindness is yours freely to give. It is a it is a sign of the person taking advantage of you. Now you don't have to help them. Like, I recognize that if someone is abusing my help, that I don't have to continue helping them. But that is not a judgment on me and my kindness. It is a judgment on them and how they choose to abuse me. Um so while I might not be like at the front door being like, "Hey, let's go dig a hole." Um I will not be mean to someone. And in that being said, if you ever catch me being mean to someone, you should know that they've earned it. And enough people around me know that if I am intentionally being cold or distant around someone, that they have earned it. That they had to work for it. It's not like my malice is not freely given, because if I have to take energy in order to avoid and or tell you to fuck the fuck off, then you earned it. But never stop being kind. Um the world needs more kindness. Being mean is super easy. Too many people exploit the being mean. Being kind is hard. Being kind in the face of the adversity, the naysayers. That's the hard bit. I just for those who abuse and use and abuse my kindness, I do make myself less available. And that's the only way I can make suggestions, is just don't be as available to the people who you think are taking advantage of it. There are people who if they were to call me right now and I were to see their number pop up, I would mute, answer, and if they said they needed me, I'd be like, "Hey guys, I gotta go. Sorry, bye." There are people I will watch the phone number ring and I will I will watch it ring. And it's not to say that if they left a voice message that I wouldn't get back to them, but I would watch it ring. And Husband Creature says the same thing about me. Is my source of amusement this week has been people slowly reading Husband Creatures and mine name tags and doing the math and putting it together. Some of them remember, and other days, and others every day it's a new surprise. Oh yeah, and that's the thing is is also being able to understand. Like, I worked in mental health, still kind of do. I work in senior care now, but I worked in mental health and intellectual disabilities for a very long time. And when I transition, or I transitioned out, or I just when I'm interacting out in public, um, the depth of understanding that comes with having mental health issues yourself, and the process of getting them treated, um, or just seeing the stigma and whatnot, is it adds a depth. Yeah, it, for me, it's funny. I do get angry. I do get frustrated. I do get annoyed. Um, but in the same breath of fresh air, I'm playing devil's advocate with myself. I'm trying to understand why I'm feeling how I'm feeling. What is it going on? And I generally don't accept the answer, well, it just sucks. Sometimes that is legitimately the answer, and as frustrated as I am with it, that's the answer. Um, but it's just I work to smash the stigmas of mental health issues, disability. Um, I work to make people question their views. Sometimes that gets me into a lot of trouble, because people don't necessarily like looking into themselves to see why they might think that way. Goodness knows I don't like doing it. But I have, and I do, and it sucks, especially because I'll get stuck on it. I will get stuck on, well, why am I thinking this way? What has caused me to have this chain of thoughts? Um, and not being able to show a person what is running around in my squirrely ass crazy brain is sometimes frustrating. I think the mail is here. What kind of cheese, dragon? Oh, okay, then it's someone next door. Um, we didn't get any mail, so I'm not worried about it. Um, it is almost time for me to say goodbye for today, and I did not get a page finish, so I'm irked. Um, but technology hated me, and I am hoping that in between all my other stuff I'm doing after stream today, I'll be able to get a page finish. If not, I'm gonna stay up late, late as I can, because I have therapy tomorrow. But I gotta. Well, well, you should be napping and sleeping off your headache, ma'am. You have a lot of peopling that might have to occur tonight as you yell at them in French. I'm gonna I'm gonna be la head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Okay. I have therapy every other week ish. Um, that's just enough. If I go too much longer, I start to it starts to leak. Uh, I'm gonna stop stitching and I'm gonna highlight what I did so I can actually give people some stats. I don't know why Pixie is having kittens, but something's out there really bothering her. I'm highlighting spots so I can give you guys a stitch count of what I got done today. I got over 200 stitches so far. Okay, where did I? Okay, I got all around that. And I think. Oh my goodness. Touchscreens only work when the person touching them actually activates them. La, 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 la. Okay, so did 328 stitches today, which is woo. Went from 2.61 to 2.72. So I'm hoping to have a page finish. I'm gonna work on this after I log off because there's just so much shit that happened technology wise that I'm just angry with it. But I'm off tomorrow. Thursday I probably won't be on till 9:30. I'm gonna aim for 9, but just so you know, and that will be Captain Penis. But tomorrow is Work in Progress Wednesday. Show me your stuff in the Discord. I like seeing it. Doesn't matter if you've done one stitch or you're on your foundation row of a crochet project. I want to see it. Drink your water, take your meds. I actually need to go get some water because I forgot to bring some up with me. And the dogs know that phrase. Be kind to yourself without harming others. Be kind to others without harming yourself, as we had a great talk about that. Thank you for the gift of your time, and I will see y'all on the flip side.